Hello, this is Will from JourneyToWallStreet.blogspot.com. I'm here to do a tick replay of a trade I made today in Lexmark LXK. So it's been a while since I did any type of video reviews or tick replays, but I just like to go through this trade because I thought it was a pretty okay trade. So I still haven't been in the habit of waking up for the open. So we're just gonna kind of fast forward it until about 8:30 is when I woke up. But I just wanted to let you see how Lexmark developed. It very strong off the open, and let me just fast forward it a little bit. Actually, let me do it this way. Okay, so here was the first test of the 8 EMA. It could have been a trading opportunity potentially here, but here's like the entry bar to tail, um, entry bar entry, but this would fail. And besides, I wasn't awake yet. So let me just fast forward it some more. So you can see Bloomfield right there. And this is when I started to get interested in it. So let me slow it down. It bounced off the 21, made of kind of a tail. So you know, no matter what you do, your out is right there. So I actually paid about 20 cents. Excuse me, 60 cents, knowing that my stop is uh, below that green candle. So let's just fast forward it a little bit more. And you see, it made another tail, but it never went lower. So I actually bought some more about right there, and it actually did make a lower low, but my stop was actually on the 30 cents, so I was still in this position right there. So I kind of bought there and then bought some more down in this area, and I just let it play out. My thinking initially was, it's the first pullback into the EMAs, and I wasn't really thinking that it was gonna retest the highs, but maybe maybe it can at least get into this kind of a pivot area here. So at this point, I was risking maybe 30 cents on my initial purchase and then 15 cents on my second one. So this is about a 30-cent risk for a potential of 70 cents reward. A little bit not as great RVR as I would like, but I thought the setup was kind of there. Let me start jumping ahead some 5 minutes at a time. So it wasn't until here that it finally made its move, and I was thinking about adding some more kind of when it broke above this area, but it's been a while since I traded, so I didn't have an idea of tier sizes and how I really wanted to maximize this trade. But that would have been a decent add. Accumulate here, add there, and see what happens. So here it started to work out nicely, and once it came up here, I started offering 22 just to kind of get out of my ad. was going to keep tier 1. Oops. So started to work out nicely. I got rid of my ad and started to just do nothing because this is when I went to work. Let me speed it up some more. Still at work, still at work, still at work. I didn't take the sale here because I was still at work, but this is when I started to get interested again. So once it kind of pulled back into the EMAs, I decided to kind of buy some more. But my problem was, for whatever reason, my platform wasn't getting the shares that I wanted at the price I wanted. So it was actually around 21.80, 84, 85 that I wanted to buy. But for whatever reason, my order was stuck in the queue and I didn't get filled until, let me jump a little, until right here in the 96. So I didn't get filled until right there. But at this time, I just kind of let it play out still. I was able to move my stop to below the EMAs, so around this area is my new stop. I gave it till 70 cents just to kind of be sure, so I don't get wicked out or anything. And the trade wouldn't really get back to that area yet. Jump a little bit. See, it just failed, and it came back down and retested the EMAs. And this is when I decided to get in some more. So I bought 87s. This time I put in a limit order. My previous one was a market order that by the time it filled, it jumped all the way to 96. So this time I decided to just bid for it at 87, and if I get filled, I get filled. If not, then I don't want to get like a what 12-cent spread or whatever. So still working out pretty nicely at this stage. I bought back the shares that I sold here, and I'm in a full position. And as it goes along and along, it's still holding above the this area. So I decided to move my stop up a little bit more just to reduce the risk, but still within the same play criteria. Keeps going, and once it retests kind of the highs here, that's when I started to sell. Sold some there. Kind of made new highs, and I was just watching, waiting for another pullback. And here was the pullback. And this is when I had a plan for getting into or rebuying some more with a stop again below the EMAs. So I already sold a bunch at 22.20s, and at this point I'm kind of using this low as a new stop. And you'll see that I get stopped out. I think it's this candle here. Let me see. Actually, no, I might have been stopped out on this wick already. Can't remember now. Let me see. Yeah, so I was stopped out on that wick already, but I did get back in to the trade. So I got back in around there, and it went, and kind of sold some more into that same area, 21, 22.20s, and set my stop below this candle for the rest of my position, and eventually I was stopped out right there. So let me pause this a second and kind of go over it. So this would have been a first possible entry once it broke this high on this pullback, but that failed. Here offered an area to kind of accumulate a little bit and an area to buy on the breakout, but there wasn't much follow through. So although I was able to profit from this trade by kind of playing this level here and just buying all the pullbacks into the EMAs, here, and here, I mean, it would have been nice if it would break through the highs and things like that, but that just didn't happen today. But here, I didn't even try to get that aggressive. I just got back into my full tier one instead of a bigger position. So the loss I took here was very small and very manageable because I already made my money from this first initial move and this secondary push. Another thing about this trade is if you look at it on the daily, oops, I mean the ATR on this thing is not that great. It's just breaking news today that caused a really big move, and I mean there's like gap fill areas, a resistance here, so the chances of further follow through was very slim, very low probability of it. So I guess it was good that I was able to kind of take my profits and be able to max profit off this trade. But if you look at 13 minutes, it looks really nice. I mean, EMA support trade here with a breakout entry there, a potential pullback entry here, and potential pullback entry there. So um, I don't know. I thought this was a pretty decent trade. I mean, not bad for. I think this is my first trade this week. But anyhow, I'll try to do more videos like this or something. I've just been so lazy and unproductive lately, but hopefully having a nice trade like this would get some motivation back. But anyways, thank you for watching and see you when I see you.